Well, hello, beautiful people. How we doing today? We are back at it, and we are in the book, deep into the book. Excuse me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn, and this is actually part 18, where I think we're into chapter 2, and this is all about being the consequences. Let's just say for being negative, and now building up that awareness of noticing when we're being negative and what are the consequences by being negative and how we are attracting the things into our lives that are ultimately giving us what we're basically saying we want because it's what we're focusing on. So we are going to go ahead and continue listening to this amazing book where they keep talking, she keeps talking about being negative and how we can start to not only monitor and change, because again, it is all about level of awareness, but also how we can start rewording things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Here we go. Just play the audio. All right.
Hooray for negative. Here's another way to look at it. Any emotion that's not in the family of joy is plain old negative and comes from lack of something or other. Think about it. Every negative emotion we've ever had, no matter how meek or well hidden, has come from the lack of what we really wanted. Take blame, for instance. We blame someone or something for giving us what we don't want, which is only the lack of whatever it is we do want.
Mm.
We're worried about losing someone or something, so we're fearing the absence of, the lack of, that someone or something. We're fearful of things out there because we lack the feeling of safety.
Mm.
We justify and rationalize because we lack someone's approval, including our own. We feel depressed because we don't have something we want, even if it's nothing more than feeling good.
Mm.
We feel anxious because we lack the time or resources to produce. Every negative feeling in the dictionary comes from lack, and thank goodness for that. Say what? Yes, I know.
Say it again.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, right.
But how can you identify what you do want unless you first know what you don't want? Can't be done.
Hmm.
Only from a don't want can you know a want, which means that every crummy experience, every ugly event, every unhappy moment, and every minor concern is the opportunity of a lifetime. A don't want is a call to wake up, a call to come out of hiding, switch gears, and pull in real life. So bless them all. Every negative emotion you ever had or are having, no matter how abhorrent or commonplace, they're the most valuable assets you have, your springboards to well being.
Okay.
Granted, it's going to take a little getting used to the idea of cheering for something like stress. But hey, if you've got it, and who doesn't, and can admit it and feel it, you've just taken the first and biggest step in learning to be a deliberate creator.
Hmm.
Step one, identify what you don't want.
Okay. Step one, you guys.
Flavor doesn't matter. There are two kinds of don't wants, universal and personal, with universal being the more common and the easier to spot. Universal don't wants are worldwide dislikes, things no one on the planet wants any part of, such as empty bank accounts, sickness, poor relationships, unfulfilling jobs, misshapen bodies, low self esteem, leaky roofs,
Hmm.
broken down cars, being robbed, being assaulted, being in a terrible accident, even global warming. That's enough for openers. Personal don't wants are simply the mildly unpleasant things of life that bother only us, not always others. Things we personally would prefer to avoid, such as speaking up at a meeting, killing spiders, sewing holes in junior's socks, or long-lasting jury duties. These happen less often than universal don't wants because we don't expect them to happen that much, so they don't. Let's say, for example, you're really angry at your boss, a personal don't want. On the way home, you stop at the market, and sure enough, with the way you're vibrating, you get into the line with the snarly babe at the checkout counter. Some people couldn't care less, but today it gets your goat. You keep on stewing about her on the way home for well over 16 seconds, to the point where you've started the thoughts running, the feelings going, and the vibrations moving. You gripe about her over dinner for a lot more than 16 seconds, doing a really good job of making that don't want vibration a part of you. You talk about her at work, great coffee room material, and tell your best friend the saga at lunch. Now is when you'd better duck, because the energy you've tossed out with such a specific focus on it has grown into a boomerang, and you can bet it's headed back your way. The next night, out of spite, you decide to go to the store's competitor. You do your shopping, go to the checkout counter, and guess what? You bet. There's another cold-blooded checkout person in your face, magnetized right into your experience by all your attention to the very thing you wanted to avoid. You may be surprised, but you asked for it. You get what you vibrate. There is no other rule of life. My friend Skip, a connoisseur of fine foods and restaurants, loves surprising his wife Muriel with fun new places to eat. He had me in stitches recently. Skip's also a student of deliberate creating, as he unfolded his story of their trip to a colorful, intimate little place overlooking the water. It had the works: candlelight, a roving violin, even black-tied waiters. They got settled in, ordered their wine, and as they were savoring the sights of the waterfront, a fight started in back of them. Just muffled noises at first, the voices grew louder and louder until every word of this lover's spat was right in the middle of their cozy setting. Skip and Muriel tried, without success, to ignore the fracas. It got so bad so fast that they both forgot about what was happening to them vibrationally. Although they didn't leave, with their energy merging so swiftly and surely with the couple's vibrations, they would have been better off if they had. Skip started growling. He asked the maitre d' to please get the couple quieted down. That didn't work. He bristled through the rest of dinner and grumbled about it on the way home. By the time they went to bed, both of them were grousing about it, but it didn't stop there. For the next 3 dinners out, Skip and Muriel had, in this order, a bickering couple close by, a crying youngster, and a noisy drunk. Finally, they got it. They had been so deeply focused on what they didn't want and were flowing so much energy to it. The law of attraction was working overtime to pull comparable vibrational circumstances right into their experience. Without paying any attention to how they were feeling, they had allowed a little don't want, no ruckus during dinner, to turn into a war. Personal don't wants are usually not that serious, at least not at first. They come from our innate desire to experience the niceties of life, while universal don't wants are deeply rooted and most often fueled from long-standing human fears and insecurities. But it doesn't matter a diddly damn if a don't want is universal or personal, intense or mild, constant or passing. The point is to catch it, see it, feel it, or whatever else it takes to identify it and change it. Which means changing feelings from a feel bad to a feel good fast.
I like that. I like that. Okay. All right, you
Chapter
guys.
4.
Let's go ahead and stop there. Oh, I hope you guys are loving this. She's giving some really good examples, and comment down below if you guys can relate, because I know I can relate. And maybe I hadn't gone to like three different restaurants back to back, but just given that it's that domino of negativity effect, right? Where it's like, in The Secret, they talk about this. You wake up, you stub your toe, and then all of a sudden the toothpaste, you can't get it on the toothbrush, properly, and you're late to work, and then like your car's not working, car's breaking down, and it's just this effect after effect after effect because everything is negative, and you're basically trying to tell yourself, I don't want this, I don't want this, but yet you're attracting it even more because you're just not learning to feel good, right? Be okay with the situation. And these things still happen, as much as I even know this, and I'm not going to say that it's a perfect situation, but for me, and where I think we all want to get to, is just, you just want to be more aware of it so that it happens less, and everything is about perspective. So I hope you guys are getting that and understanding that. Now we're going to get into chapter 3, and they're going to talk more about you know solutions. So we're getting there. I hope you guys are really enjoying this ride. So let's just keep it going. I will be back here again tomorrow. Thank you guys again for those who are dedicated to watching this every day. If you are watching it, tomorrow, I know it's going to be in the morning. It's a special, crazy holiday for people who love sports like myself. So Super Bowl, but we'll still have a video. So don't think that it's not going to be there. You will see it. So until next time, you guys make it a great day. And if you have not liked and subscribed, hit that notification bell so you guys get all of the notifications, and comment down below anything. And until next time, you guys, we'll see you later. Bye bye.